was
Hey,
fucking stressful.
That was probably the hardest fucking Skype setup we've ever had on this show. Well, welcome back.
brutal.
Welcome back to Alien Theorists Theorizing. I'm Zell.
I'm Braden.
Fuck. Who else is here?
Dan.
Dan.
How come this is so
Question
fucking
mark?
hard?
I think everybody's just
We need
stressed
to get a
out.
format on this. God, we probably need to.
I don't know what the fuck happened.
Gotta go
our shit
alphabetically
together.
from now on. Yeah, this is fucked.
Well, you got one more here.
Well, tonight we should go by our MIB names. I'm Agent A.
I'm Agent Z.
I'm Agent BK. I said Asian.
Agent
Agent-
D.
Agent
all the
BK.
ladies love.
Agent D. Oh yeah. Well, we're back.
What case file is this? 29?
This is case file 29.
Jeez.
Ooh.
All right. Before we get going, I wasn't on the last one.
No, you weren't.
What was that? What was the voice? What was the thing? What made that noise?
Okay. Honestly, I don't know what made the noise. Like the skeptic in me wants to say that it was an electrical interference of some kind, but it was timed so perfectly, and I wasn't even in the room when it happened. And like usually, if I get feedback in the studio, it's usually high pitched. Like everyone knows what feedback usually sounds like, but that was something like full on. Like it dropped the people off Skype on their end, also. So,
That's fucked. It sounded like it was like listening. I was like, oh, that was weird.
yeah, it was deep and like rumbly and growly. I don't know. Do you
Sounds
hear it,
terrifying.
Andrew? Do you listen to it?
No, not yet.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, it was fucking weird.
Scotty called me the next day and he's like, oh, have you listened to the podcast? And I was like, when'd you record it? He's like, last night. I was like, well, no, because it's not released yet. And he's like, oh, it's gold. It's gold. Oh God, we caught a demon.
Well,
We caught
like
a demon.
he went maybe a little bit over the top with what actually happened there, but
Scotty?
it's still
No.
freaky.
it was pretty freaky. And people commented saying that like when they were listening to it, they have to be like alone in their car or alone at work, and like it made it creeped them out. Say that.
You know,
Well, I don't think I'm gonna listen
improve
now.
the listening experience. You know?
Yeah, a little
Maybe for some.
unplanned production value there.
Yeah, it was good. That was the first one I wasn't on. Because
No,
technically there was another one I wasn't on, but I called in and kind of ruined the show a little bit.
So you did,
Oh, that's
you
right,
did make
yeah.
you did ruin the show that time.
Yeah, so this last one was my Iron Man treat. You're the only Iron Man
First
now.
and
I
first and
I
only
have,
show
I
that
have
you
to be the
haven't
Iron
ruined.
Man, or the pod doesn't go on. There's no missing it.
That's very true. I don't have any. Well, this should be the last time I'm going to sound super shitty via Skype. Hopefully,
Yeah, you got some gear on its
Yeah.
way to you, so hopefully
yeah. I've got
you
a
said-
little corner of Meteor Studios coming up here, up north of the wall.
Yeah, a couple of channels of high quality recording gear coming your way.
Yeah, so we'll
There you go.
it'll be pretty good. I could almost slate in. I don't want to. Dare I say this
Oh no.
on the podcast? I could almost do this on a weekly basis right now.
I can too. Actually.
Yes. Yeah. Well, maybe what we should do is we'll say that, but then only release them every 2 weeks. So then when it falls off, we can we'll have like
keep pushing.
we'll have an abundance of pre-recorded ones. Wouldn't that be nice?
It just
Wouldn't that be nice to be like, you want to take the weekend off? Sure, we've got 5 in the bank. Like, no worries.
So we say that
Just
we know
preloaded ones.
that's never gonna happen.
I think plenty of podcasts do that though. They have like pre-recorded ones. They just like, oh, here's something we recorded a couple weeks ago or something.
Yeah, like we make we say this and then it doesn't happen. So don't get it.
Don't get
Yeah.
the hopes up.
Don't get too
Never-
excited, people.
It's every
It'll
it's
never
every other
stop.
week. We try.
And just like most weeks, Mr. Conspiracy was supposed to be here,
and
and then last minute he fell ill yet again.
He flaked.
felt a little sick, yeah.
Yeah. He called me earlier today and he was fine. He was like, let's play Battlefield. Oh, yeah, pod tonight. Oh, yeah, I'm so excited. All this stuff. And he texted me. He's like, bro.
Oh, now I'm sick.
So sick.
Yeah, I don't know. You come to expect it with Mr. Conspiracy really now.
Yeah.
When he shows up, awesome. Like when he doesn't, awesome.
The guy's
Pretty much.
it's almost like babysitting when he shows up. So
Yeah, little demon comes on the line. He fucking starts crying in the studio. We had to fucking. He wouldn't go home. He had to sleep on the couch.
Meltdown.
Oh, Jesus.
What a fucking dork.
Yeah.
Anyways, space news.
Space news.
You got space news?
Yeah, I got quite a bit of space news.
All right,
like I
roll
said,
it.
I got a little time to do a little more research now.
Perfect.
So,
Yeah.
but first off, since I am living north of the wall, I've been on high Aurora watch since I've got here, and I've seen there's been zero auroras since I've been here. Just fucking nothing. There was supposed to be one like last weekend, I believe. No, the weekend before that, but it was fucking overcast so bad and just foggy. And I was like, well, that sucks.
That's like
So-
here on that last supermoon. I was so pumped to get on my telescope and look at it, and it was.
Pretty
Yeah, I didn't get to
lackluster.
see it either.
Yeah.
I missed the supermoon.
I
But you know what? I swear there's a fucking supermoon every month. I feel like all of a sudden people be like, you got to go see the supermoon, biggest one of all time, like every month.
never gonna be
There
that
is a
big
moon
again.
every month. I'm pretty sure.
I fucking
There is a
know.
moon.
I know exactly what you mean because we probably on this podcast said at least 3 times, like, "Oh, check out the supermoon."
Well, it's a super moon. It's a blood moon. It's a fucking green
Yeah.
moon. Like,
You know
okay.
what? Fuck the moon. I'm sick of it already.
Whoa. Relax.
Let's fucking nuke it.
Get rid of it. Who needs the
fucking-
fucking moon?
Fuck that thing.
No, if you blow it in half, haven't you guys seen Thundar the Barbarian? What happens? We get thrown back into a barbarian age filled with super technology wizards.
You seen
And
what?
Have we
giant
seen
cat
what?
bear people.
What did you just
Thundar
say?
the Barbarian, the old Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
No, but I feel like I
No.
missed
Thundar the
out.
Barbarian and his fabulous sun sword.
Must be an American show because we didn't.
Oh,
get
Holy
that.
yeah.
fuck. I got to watch this. Thundar the Barbarian?
Whatever.
Too busy
Collapse is
watching
backing
fucking
up.
lamb
It's like-
chops.
It's a real fucking thing. It's a real fucking show. It's great.
Okay, so space news. I heard yesterday fucking Mr. Conspiracy just doing a hack job at Space News,
Sounds about right.
announcing the Hubble 2 or whatever he was fucking announcing.
He was spitting something about some super Hubble.
Yeah, Super Hubble or some bullshit.
Two this time. Small.
Yeah, it's actually called the James Webb Space Telescope. It's been under
Lame.
construction for 20 years, and it's preparing for 2018 launch.
Oh, so it's
So-
not called Super Hubble in any way.
No, it's not called the Super Hubble or the Hubble 2.
Ultra
or whatever
Hubble,
the
Mega
fuck
Hubble.
Mr. Conspiracy would like
Hubble
you to
bubble.
believe.
Yeah, because
'Cause I-
when he said that, I was like, I'm pretty sure I would have heard about a Super Hubble telescope.
And for the most part, he was, pretty right. It's bigger and better. So it's going to be able to see like 18.5 million years of worth of light or something that's going to be able to pick up now. So it's pretty exciting stuff. But it doesn't have a name like the Hubble 2 or the Super
What are you
Hubble.
telling? That's not a name.
Yeah, that's
that's
dope
awesome.
name.
I
What are you talking
like
about?
I like the Super Hubble name actually.
And then the old Hubble would like lock into it like Voltron, and then they would.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's cool.
They just click together like a magic bullet
Like
kind of
Kashiba.
thing.
Power Rangers, like the Zords,
The
they like
Megazords.
lock together and make like super. Yeah.
Have you seen what the new Megazords look like for that
Oh
new
my
movie?
god,
They look
trash.
fucking terrible. How could you fuck that up? All you need is
Really?
a giant fucking mastodon, a T-Rex, a pterodactyl, and a saber-toothed fucking tiger.
What? Yeah. How do you
Fuck,
fuck it up?
it's easy. It looks stupid.
Dumb as fuck.
Oh, it's brutal.
Oh my
That
god.
sucks.
Shitty.
Yeah, they fucking blew it.
I didn't watch the trailer yet. It's that bad, eh?
Well, I don't know.
It's
Bryan Cranston is fucking Zordon, so they got me there.
That's pretty cool.
Fucking
I'm
awesome.
done with
lady who
that.
plays Rita is pretty hot. Like I mean, that's cool.
That's
Isn't
not.
that
Oh, it's
Elizabeth Banks?
that. Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's good. And it's filled in Kamloops. That's pretty cool.
That's fucking awesome.
Is that it for space
But-
news?
No, I got more. We just kind of keep going on tangents.
That's what we do.
So astronomers have detected a new. Oh, you guys are gonna love this. Super Earth.
Yeah! Fuck yeah.
New Super Earth.
Earth 2.
Yeah, Earth
Oh,
2, whatever
shit,
you want to
really?
call it. Earth the
This is
sequel.
where Thomas Wayne is Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thomas
cool,
Wayne's
man.
Batman. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Super Earth, it's orbiting GJ 536, a red dwarf star, just 32.7 light years away.
Just
It's
just a short hop away.
yeah, sure, it's
It's
not
actually,
that bad.
It actually really is pretty short as time of space goes.
Yeah.
It's 5 Earth masses.
Oh, so
shit.
gravity would be insane.
Yeah. So fucking people
So we would go
Earth,
there and our legs would break.
Yeah, we
Unless
just
you're
be
Super Saiyan.
turned into human pancakes.
I've been working on
Maybe
that.
that's
Send
where,
our-
dude.
Send our Earth's mightiest warriors.
That's
to
Planet
train there,
Vegeta.
you know?
Planet
Planet
Vegeta?
Vegeta. That's what that is.
Sane
That's
planet.
what we should call
Yeah.
it, Planet Vegeta.
That's
On
it
this
sounds
show,
way better than Super
Earth
Moon.
2.0 is now Planet Vegeta.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Planet Vegeta.
That's how we'll be referring to it from now on.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on? Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh, what,
Oh, no.
what are you
No,
doing?
no, what happened?
my
No.
my computers, my space news, all my space news pages on my other computer are lagging. So yes, I'm like, well, that might be it for space news.
That's fine.
Quick, make something up.
Did you hear? Hey, did you hear about the
hold on
Hubble
a
too?
second.
The Super Hubble?
Yeah. You guys hear about the Super Hubble? I don't know if you guys heard about that one. It's
It's kind of like a fucking. It's like the Power Rangers things there.
What?
They all link together. What's the word? The Zords.
yeah.
It's the
Yeah,
Hubble
Oh,
too.
right.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Come on now.
All right. Now I want to talk about
that.
coincidence. What's that fucking thing called where that things happen? Oh, fucking botching this.
That things happen.
Coincidence?
Yeah,
Things happen,
Things do
and
happen.
Oh, it's
the
like
glitches in the Matrix.
the Mandela effect.
Okay.
No, fuck. What's that called?
Deja vu.
Deja vu. Because that's kind of what just happened. If you're listening, you're like, "What? I thought they already talked about the Super Hubble."
Didn't they just say that?
Yeah, I don't know.
They changed something.
I don't know. This is fucking blowing my mind here. That's all I'm gonna do for space news now because my fucking computer's all fucking jiggity janked.
Stick.
I'll save some for. No, it's not. It's not gonna fucking work. It's all gonna be. It's gonna be a bitch. I
Okay,
can
well,
tell.
space news is fucked up, so space news over.
Done.
Yeah, it
So,
sucks.
in other words, Mr. Conspiracy did a better job than you did, I think.
Yeah, I think he's probably.
He actually got out, full thought, actually.
Yeah. So,
It's true.
Mr.
He did.
Conspiracy 1, Braden,
zero.
0.
Yeah, he does it once and he gets a.
He gets a point.
All right. I've done it 27 times and it's not worth one.
No.
Worth 1 point.
It's not, probably.
No, you blew it.
Well, it is what it is.
If you say auroras every time, it doesn't count as new space news.
That's my too, man.
Not anything new.
That's fucking great.
If we probably counted the times that you said auroras correctly the first time.
Auroras.
Zero.
0.
Oh man, this is. Whatever.
Yeah,
I
you fucked it.
was like trying to save it, and I was like, no, it's just I gotta close it off.
It's all good.
fucking-
Just let it go.
Let it.
Let
it's
it
gone.
go.
Do we want to give some? Are we gonna talk about some things before we get into this, or do you want to get right into this and then talk about things?
Let's get into it. And this is case file 29, Majestic 12, and the Men in Black. I don't think we actually said that at the start because we were all fucking super mopey.
Yeah, we
And
were kind of mopey.
It was a bad start. It was a bad start, but we're gonna try and reel it back in here. So, who's the Majestic 12? Let's start with that.
I have no idea.
Well, you know what? No, who's going to start it off? We're going to give because a few months ago in the summer, actually, we went on the something cast, me and Braden, and they've been really wanting to come on and theorize with us, but it never works out because of Skype. We already have enough problems having 2 people on, so having more just doesn't work. What they did do is give us a quick. They're going to do a quick. They gave us a recording. It was 20 minutes long, but we're going to give you a little snippet right now, and then we're going to get into it.
I'm James Hatton,
I'm Podcast Rob.
and this is the Something Cast, guys.
Yep, and today we are hanging out virtually with the Alien Theorists Theorizing crew.
Hey, guys, how you been?
What's going on? Big shout out from us. Huge fans of the show. As I've mentioned before, I can't stop fangirling over you guys. Today, this has been a long time coming. They are doing a case file, from what we understand, on Majestic 12 and Men in Black. Since we can't be there on Skype with them in real time, we wanted to send them a little blurb on what we understand the origins of these two to be, and then a quick little assumption and theory from our end as to what is maybe really going on with them, and then they're going to jump off from that, and since they have all the facts, they can clearly tell us how wrong we are.
And, I mean, if you've ever listened to our show, that happens a lot. So we're okay then.
Yes. Yeah, we're used to that. That's fine.
So when Rob introduced me, he told me to go research the Majestic 12. What was great about that is I knew at least a smidge more than I thought, if only because it's sort of one of those, now that it exists, it's in all of the any sort of alien media. If you go long enough, somebody mentions the Majestic 12.
Oh yeah.
X-Files. Very specifically, I was like, oh, those were the bad guys in Deus Ex, which is a really great video game.
Yes. There was actually a video game that stood on its own called Majestic 12, which was very like Space Invader-ish. But it was, you were protecting cows, and there were spaceships that were coming down and trying to tractor beam cows up for mutilation, and you had to save them, kind of thing.
Oh my! What system was that for?
What was that?
How long ago was that?
Oh, 18 years ago.
Okay, that sounds vaguely familiar.
Crazy, yeah. But from what I was able to find out, the kickoff point of the Majestic 12 is an FBI document that is from, it's kind of heavily redacted. It is from sometime in the 50s, I believe, 53, 55, somewhere around there.
But it didn't come to light till the 80s, am I correct?
Right, 88. FBI offices received a memo, like anonymously, labeled Operation Majestic 12. And it is supposedly a briefing for newly elected President Eisenhower on a committee that had been created to gain information and observe and potentially cover up alien encounters in the United States.
Okay.
Again, riveting.
Oh, wow. This is...
Anyways, the Majestic 12. They gave you a little snippet. Now, who wants to expand on that?
Expand on their snippet, eh? All right. Well,
The snippet you've heard so many times.
where do I begin?
That we have meticulously, gone into very close detail about everything.
The cool, like, since I was looking in, the only thing I like about, like, I don't like the Majestic 12 very much.
Nah.
But what I do like about it is the way dates line up with other conspiracies. I will say that. Maybe we can get into that in a bit. I can kind of give a rundown, I think, but usually Dan has a better
I
one.
think Dan's got the facts.
Yeah, Dan knows all. It's hard.
Hashtag Dan knows.
Do work, Dan. Do work.
Let's see. The Majestic 12, from what I've gathered, I had to go back into it. I think we've mentioned them before. I thought we had. I swear to God,
I think we might have touched on them, yeah.
Dan,
Majestic 12 was...
they're warlocks, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Level 12 warlocks.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Not to be fucked with.
Yeah, with affinity for fire elementals, if you didn't know. Just in case. No, the Majestic 12 was what conspiracy theorists, they say that they gleaned that there is a group of people within a higher tier of the government. And they say they got this information from a memo that was, or certain photographs of a memo that were obtained by a ufologist by anonymous means or something. And this memo from 1945 had mention of, or at least an acronym that referred to certain people in the government that had information, or they were tasked to deal with unidentified flying objects or entities encountered around events like Roswell and things like that.
So backtrack really quick. Were you just fucking around, or are these guys actually warlocks?
It remains to be seen.
Yeah, I'm missing it here.
I mean, they
Well, I mean, you had me at warlocks. I've read every single one of those fucking Harry Potter books. I'm on that shit. I know about them.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's funny.
No, they're not warlocks.
Okay.
Pretty sure they're not.
They
fuck-
they fucking
Okay,
should've-
well, fucking next. I'm
Dan,
ready
do
to
you
go on
know-
the Men in Black. These guys
Well,
are bunk.
No, for
Answers that.
sure they're not warlocks.
Yeah.
Like, is this a first
Of course,
hand?
well, I do not know for sure. So they could be accomplished or novice warlocks. I'm not sure. I mean, magic could play an important part in cover-ups. It'd be useful.
It would be useful.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff around the Majestic 12 that's nothing's really confirmed. There's been a lot of controversy about the veracity of the memos, like where the information came from, and some of the people who claim that they know about the Majestic 12, and who, if some people just like they put out information, and some people claim that some of the ufologists that were claiming that the Majestic 12 is real were actually disinformation agents from the FBI,
right?
And stuff like that, put there to throw people off the trail or stuff like that. But Majestic 12, I mean, I think most of the UFO community is in agreement that it was a hoax.
Yeah, it's weird because it was allegedly uncovered because, oh man, what were these girls' names? It was Stanton T. Friedman and Bill Moore received a series of anonymous messages, pretty much, that led them, like, there were messages with a picture of a document allegedly to President Truman, exposing that this 12 members had they were the cover-up of Roswell, New Mexico in 1947. But that didn't come out till a lot of these people on the list had died, and it wasn't until 1984 or something. So it's like almost 40 years after Roswell that these people say, like, oh yeah, these people are they know, these guys know, the Majestic 12, they know. But
the idea that there's a small cabal of like high-ranked, government and military officials, that are involved in cover-ups in the government, it's not unusual. I mean, why wouldn't you have these things? My thing is always like, why would you tell the president about some of this stuff when the president's only in there for 4 years, and you have military, Air Force, generals and things like that that are there for 20, 25 years.
Yeah. It's just like we did our Roswell case file, and none of us were super thrilled on Roswell itself, just by the lack of information. And there's just been so much like fabricated stories over the years that have like built up this huge myth about it. But I don't know.
I mean, there's stuff. I mean, some people would link the Majestic 12, like that whoever's in it, this shadowy government, organization, that they might have orchestrated the death of Secretary of Defense James Forrestal. Somebody said they had a document that said that they regretted that the death of Secretary of Defense James Forrestal was it's like tragic but necessary. There's somebody said they had a picture of a document that's mentioned that, and I was like, that's nuts. Because I don't know if we talked about James Forrestal before, but he was he was around during Operation High Jump. He was involved in a lot of stuff. I mean, he was around during Roswell, and he had actually been asked to resign by Truman.
Right.
And then because a lot of people were saying he was kind of, towards the later part of his career as Secretary of Defense, like he was going into experiencing a lot of bouts of depression. Some people say paranoia. Like he was just kind of going downhill. And so Truman had asked him to resign, and, just a lot of stuff happened. He ended up getting admitted to a military hospital in Bethesda, Maryland, where after a couple of days, he was actually found. He had what looked like suicide. He had jumped from a 16-story window onto the roof below at the 6th floor or 3rd floor.
Yeah, it's fucking mind-boggling.
But all the details were classified, and
Convenient.
nobody's
always,
really like
always fucking classified.
It's always very convenient to have everything locked
Redacted.
up. Redacted.
Yeah, exactly.
Redacted.
I watched a couple documentaries on it, and then like they'd take they'd really zoom in on all the lettering on these so-called documents, and they'd put a level line across, and some of the lines like don't even add up. So they're like, what it looks like to be is a fucking really well done little copy paste job, like cut and copy job.
Right.
But then there's also mistakes with some civilian documents go July 8th, comma, then July 8th, comma, the year, and then, 8th July, comma, then the year. And military documents will say the month, the date, no comma, and then the year. And this document had like a hybrid of the two. So they're like, where would this have come from? Like, that's not the proper heading in that time and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff to point that it is a big hoax, a really well done and elaborate hoax.
But a hoax nonetheless. I would say.
I mean, I don't know how hard it would be to just get the type of typewriter that they use for those kind of military memos and just type. And it wasn't even the official memos that the guys got. They got the photos, right? So how could you just type it up on an old typewriter?
Yeah, you didn't have an actual ink signature. You didn't have any. You had just a photograph of it was a hoax, maybe. Well, it probably was a hoax, not a well done hoax. You just had a picture of. You had a picture of a picture, pretty much, is what you had. If someone actually edited that together, they probably had to take a picture of it, put it on film, send it to these people who are big ufologists, and then just kind of snowballed from there. That's kind of the avenue.
Yeah, that's how I feel like. Yeah.
I don't know.
When you want to believe, when these people are looking for something, and you get something like this. I mean,
yeah, if your whole life's been spent like studying UFOs and like the UFO phenomenon, and then you just miraculously get this letter with these images, yeah, you're gonna hold on to those probably pretty hard.
Yeah. Now, the one good thing I liked about this Majestic 12 is the dates line up very nicely. And now, Pete, you could argue that the dates line up nicely because all this stuff was found out in 1988, so whoever did the hoax was trying to line it up with dates. But it lines up with dates that I don't think that they would have even thought of. Like, going back, when I was reading all this stuff, like, we had Operation High Jump end February 1947, right? And in a previous podcast, we theorized that, like, maybe the States did get some sort of flying alien technology during High Jump. And they were test flying it, and they crashed it in Roswell in July 1947. But in June 1947 is the first ever case of the first ever report of Men in Black.
Yeah,
that's true.
So Harold Dahl in 1947, he saw flying lights in Puget Sound, Washington.
Yeah,
and he reported them, 6 donut-shaped objects in the sky, and one fell apart in the air, and part of the debris killed his dog and injured his son.
I've heard that one.
And
it just fell apart in the air. Did it how? Like, did it crash or did it hit something?
Something shot it down.
Ooh,
Men in Black.
And he took photographs of the dog. They took photos of the debris. And then he was visited by a man in black who told him to never speak of it again. And he hasn't. And then later on, he came out and said, "No, I was just lying. I lied about the whole thing." But this is his account is a month before the Roswell incident kicks off the whole UFO phenomenon, right?
Right. So the times they kind of like they do overlap nicely.
Well, it's like had the Maui Island incident happened in August, I would have said 100% you could chalk that up as a hoax. But this is a hoax of UFOs before the actual the main UFO thing that sparked the nation. You know what I mean? And it's not like we had networking like we do now, right? So it's, to me, when I read that one, I was like, oh, that's a interesting timeline of events. And then when you get into the Majestic 12 and find out that they're formed early on in 1947, it lines up with our theory that they came back from Operation High Jump with this. Oh, what the fuck is that? Is that me?
What?
What's going on? There's some music playing in my fucking headphones.
Yeah, I can hear that too. You got some type of
there we
fucking
go.
ad open or something.
Yeah, a fucking ad opened on my fucking thing I was reading.
You're just on a fucking roll, eh?
Yeah, I'm just fucking blowing it. Ugh. But so they get back from Operation High Jump, right? The president looks and goes, "Oh well, we got fucking aliens." He's like, I better phone a fucking committee of
Fair.
warlocks.
Better fair him.
You found him out.
Is that how you phone a warlock? You fair
Gotta
him?
get our warlocks on it with our, summoning circle.
We got our summoning circle of 12 majestic warlocks. And then and that, like, when you start getting into that, all this one, it's really interesting because with the Roswell case, it got out. They made the fucking military made the first press release saying we have saucer. We got a saucer, right? And I think they were doing this test pilot. The
military didn't say they had the local newspaper said they had flying saucer.
No, the fucking first thing was from the military base. Made a press release saying that they had got a saucer, and then later when they were going and they had the press conference, they said the box of parts and debris that they found was swapped, and the colonel who said they got a saucer was left to hang out to dry because now all he had was weather balloon stuff. And they were like, "Oh, well, how didn't you know it was a weather balloon? Were you like, you've never seen one before? You use them all the time." So
yeah. Well, I don't know, because when we did our Roswell case, I think we fucking came up with something different than that. But either way, like, the dates, they do fucking. There's something there, but it's just really thin, right? Like, it's just like really thin, like the information behind the whole thing.
No, they line up basically to go on a big stretch, is what it is.
Yeah, you could string it together. If someone would have come out like a whistleblower and said this instead of like some leaked photographs in the mail, like it has more. But like, just because these people just got a picture of a letter in the mail, like over a series of time. So, but yeah. I hear what you're saying. Like the dates, yeah, like you like I can see how people made connections. And I can see how you kind of string the events together, but I don't know.
Now you guys have got me thinking now, because we talked about warlocks. I have this whole idea in my head that I'm like, okay, so we put together this Majestic 12 warlocks because we found out that Nazis had alien technology, and the technology was so advanced that we had no possible way to no clear way to combat it. So how do you fight high technology? Oh, with magic. Because
fucking
humans
warlocks.
have been doing magic forever and ever.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's what I'm thinking now.
I think that's the truth right there. Majestic 12 or warlocks. But anyway, so that kicks us into the next part. Stories of the Men in Black.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna wrap it.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
I could.
Was
Do you want me?
Did you practice
Did
it?
you practice?
I listened to it a couple times.
Okay.
I'd probably go for it.
Okay, go for it.
The good guys dressed in black. Remember that. Just in case we ever face to face make contact. The title held by me, MIB, means what you think you saw, you did not see. So don't blink, be what was there is now gone. The black suits with the black Ray-Bans on. Walk in shadow, move in silence, guard against extraterrestrial violence. But yo, we ain't on no government list. We straight don't exist, no names and no fingerprints. Saw something strange, watch your back, cause you never quite know where the MIBs is at.
Here come the Men in Black.
That was good. That was
Killed
your best,
it.
That was your best ever.
Yeah, I listened to it. I felt bad last time, so I was like, you know what? I better just put that song on repeat on my iPod for a while.
HB spitting fire on the mic.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna steal your moment. That was
what?
awesome.
You can do better?
You fucking killed it.
You can do better.
No, he killed
You
it.
want to fucking battle?
That's not it.
That's my new karaoke song from here on out. Is so Men in Black. What are Men in Black?
Let's quick. We're gonna do a quick something. Cass is gonna give us a quick summary. Then we're gonna keep going.
Okay, perfect. The last one was riveting.
The earliest instance of Men in Black I found was from an author named Gray Barker, who basically wrote a book in 1956 called "They Knew Too Much About Flying Saucers," which basically kind of created the first instance of shadowy government people showing up almost instantaneously after a UFO crash or after alien intervention, with them going, nobody's supposed to talk about this and we were never here kind of stuff. And then he went on and wrote a number of books, Flying Saucers and the Three Men, MIB, The Secret Terror Among Us. But like his wife and all of his friends were like, he didn't believe any of that stuff. He just wrote it for the money.
Right.
It's like Dianetics, you know? No, he didn't believe that. He people threw money at him for it. So yes, that's what he was going to write.
Yeah, there's. Take somebody completely on an aside. Take somebody like Piers Anthony, the guy who wrote Xanth. He doesn't even like the Xanth books.
Right.
The checks keep clearing.
Yes. So yeah. But I mean, there's plenty of instances of people saying that they were, approached by, guys in black suits driving black vehicles.
Wow. Talk about blowing the lid.
Mind-boggling.
Yeah,
Mind-boggling.
What else can
Fuck
you
yeah.
say?
So just so we don't sound like assholes, we're not actually listening to them. They're going to be put on later. So I think only Ryan's listened to them.
I've actually not really even listened to it, so I don't know what they've really said. So it's probably good. It's a good podcast. So
Okay, so the Men in Black. Hold on, I just want to go. According to Mr. Conspiracy, the Men in Black are white, paleless men with no hair, no eyebrows or eyelashes, with red lipstick, who have magic coins.
That's fucking bang on, though.
that's pretty much right.
This is insane.
Did you, Dan? Did you not hear the one where Scotty was telling his fucking MIB story?
Oh my god, no.
Okay,
No, maybe I did.
fucking
I'll sum it up for you. It was fucking hilarious.
Well, yeah,
He did an account of the one where
The Hopkins story.
the Hopkins story, but it was fucking. He did it pretty well, but the guy goes and brings the magic coin. But instead of if you read the file, the guy's like, "Oh, he made the coin levitate, and then it changed colors." But Scotty went. He then had a coin and showed him a coin and made him watch and made the coin disappear.
boom, magic.
Magic.
Oh, fuck. It all makes sense now.
Majestic 12
Fucking
Warlocks.
Warlocks.
So, but funny enough, most are described as wearing black suits, expressionless, cold, and sinister. So, Mr.
Well, no, man.
Conspiracy's-
Everything
Yeah,
I've read,
I've got-
they're pale, they're hairless, they got piercing blue eyes. They're usually wearing clothes that are a little bit too big for them and a little bit out of date.
Oh,
I think
man,
I think
that's
the
weird.
reports. I have some reports that vary on the skin color. Like some people say they have darker complexion. I don't know about the blonde hair, but I think it just varies. But most of the things they have in common. Yeah, they wear dark suits. They drive cars. Sometimes the cars seem to appear out of nowhere.
Cadillacs
Or,
and Lincolns.
Yeah, Cadillacs and Lincolns. The color of the eyes varies. Some people have said it just regular, and nobody mentioned the eyes. Blue eyes. Some people said completely black eyes. So, yeah.
Did you say black eyes or black guys?
Like black guys?
Black eyes.
Oh,
like
black
your optical
eyes.
receptors.
Oh, okay.
Like your
They said-
optical receptors.
They said black guys. So yeah,
black guys.
tons and tons of reports of Men in
Will
Black.
Smith.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, he was, there's everyone's trying to diversify these days. So you can't have just all the pale white guys being Men in Black anymore.
Well, I'm losing my hair. Maybe I can be one.
Maybe you should
Arab
I'm,
MIB.
I'm halfway there.
Yeah, there you go, buddy.
I got the pale white skin and blue eyes.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe you already are.
I have a loose fitting suit. All I need is a hat and some Ray-Bans.
It's a red lipstick.
I could probably swing some of that out of there.
Can you make a coin disappear yet?
I've been working on it.
Oh man.
Okay, I went through. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You go ahead.
What are you? Oh, we're just talking about the reports of what they are. I mean, I've seen there's a lot of them, a lot of reports of people being menaced or threatened by these Men in Black, and it's always after they've seen something, whether it's a.
I find this funny because you know what I mean. Like every single one of these people that are reporting this, they've had this. They've witnessed this UFO. They've had these Men in Black menacing dudes show up at their door, threaten them. And then they still say the fucking story, and these
happens.
fucking Men in Black, they're a bunch of busters. They don't do anything. They're all talk.
If they were real Men in Black, they show up at your door with the flashy thing.
Fucking
the
right.
fucking neuralizer, you never remember.
Exactly.
They
doesn't
don't
happen.
let you
Or they'd be
remember.
straight killing motherfuckers.
Don't let you remember. There's I 100% think there's a government agency with some sort of level that we don't even know the name of that does these things. Now, are they the Men in Black? If they wear black suits, I guess you could say that if they're men as well. But I don't know, like if it's just for UFO and weird sightings, but
Yeah.
I think there is definitely a
that's
group
the
of
thing.
spies
Yeah.
and stuff. Right? That
It could
do
be
this
that.
kind of thing.
Some people claim that they could be government, or usually they claim they're from the government. They claim they're from the Air Force or from the Army, or they have some sort of what's the word? They're collaborating with the Air Force or something. They have some sort of government connection. And then, but there's some people that say like they don't. Some people say they look absolutely human, and there's people who say, yeah, they look really. They look strange, and sometimes there's the way they speak is a little bit different. I mean, there's a couple of reports where the Men in Black, their speech pattern is very strange. It's not normal. It sounds like somebody trying to talk like they memorize something, or they're listening for something, and then they speak.
Yeah, you hear the reports of like they sound like they're running out of batteries.
Yeah.
And like their robot voice gets really slow,
Or
and
they're
they
talking-
must turn around and leave the house.
And they're talking in like the 50s lingo,
Yeah,
calling people daddy-o,
Yeah.
cat.
but like, okay, let's say the Men in Black. If they're government agents, that doesn't make sense because why would a highly trained government agent all of a sudden start losing their voice? And
There's tons of shit that don't make sense. So, so there's these hairless weirdos that they're sending to people's doors. If they're a government agency, why wouldn't they be sending people that could fit in easily? They're not going to send some fucking albino weirdo with no hair and lipstick on. They're sending fucking
Somebody who's
transvestites to people's
remarkable,
doors.
you're gonna
Like,
remember.
no, you know what I mean? That's not what's
yeah,
happening.
you're not. Yeah, if it's a secret agency, you're gonna try and be secret.
Well, exactly.
You're not gonna. Yeah, you're not gonna send in this fucking.
Well, I got an idea. Let's put them in lipstick because that's not going to be weird.
Pretty much what I'm getting from the description of the Men in Black is fucking Voldemort from Harry Potter.
Exactly.
That's what I'm picturing.
You know what though? Which is weird though, is that fucking like, okay, let's say there's a couple differentials. Like some of them thought they were, brown, some thought they were white, whatever. Some of them thought they had hair. But the description, you know what I mean, of each one of them, kind of like they're so similar. And like this is backdated, back way before social media, internet, and shit like that. So that's the one thing that stands out to me.
Yeah, I was going to say that same thing. It's not like these stories would have been readily available to these other people who have also experienced the same kind of thing.
Yeah, but for me, there's really no footage of the Men in Black other than that one hotel in Niagara Falls.
Fucking right, it's Canada.
And what was the story behind it? Someone seen you got it?
So basically what happened was they came into this lobby of a hotel asking for a certain employee. Because
had that employee seen something?
That employee was reported to have seen a UFO a couple days before that, and they were asking about him. He didn't show up for work that day, and then they were grilling him about a couple other things. Then that was about it. But there's another one that in Maryland too, where they caught them coming into a hotel. So
just on the surveillance camera, the same thing.
Yeah, but they're all dressed the fucking like.
Yeah,
if it's a hoax, good on them because they played the fucking parts. They're all dressed like weirdos.
But like, I never was there like an official report of actually that happening in the hotel, or just I just seen
the security cam video.
Yeah, but the people when they walk in, they just look like men in suits.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. It's like
they don't look like abnormally tall. You can't really see if they don't have eyebrows.
Well, some of them say they're tall, and some of them say they're short. Like from what I've read, most of them are short, and the odd one's tall, and they wear like platformed shoes and shit like that.
No, I'm picturing a couple alien grays on each other's shoulders in a fucking trench or in a fucking black suit with some big platform shoes.
Well, that's what makes the most sense to me is that I don't think they're government. I think they would be alien.
Well, here's the thing: if they're in Canada,
that's where the most sightings are,
right? Fuck you, United States. The Men in Black are Canadian.
Suck it.
Oh my God! What if Ron Paul runs the fucking MIB?
He's the head executive director of the MIB.
No, but then they would be wearing denim suits.
Yeah,
no, that's true.
And they sure as fuck wouldn't be wearing lipstick.
You wouldn't have to change the acronym. I mean, they'd still be Men in Blue, so you wouldn't have to change the acronym. But
yeah,
you just.
I know.
you could keep
Speaking of people in all denim, people have been sending in pictures and videos of Ron Bond sightings, and it's pretty funny.
I saw someone yelled in a department store. They're like, "Is that him? Is that Ron Pond?" And they're like, "Ron Pond!"
The guy turns around.
The guy turns around with his big beard. I think that guy's a little too young to be Ron Pond.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's Ron Pond from a different timeline, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
From Earth
could
2.
be.
Earth 2, yeah. Planet Vegeta.
Vegeta,
Super
yeah.
Earth. Planet
But
Vegeta.
the fucking guys in Niagara Falls. So what was the story? They were going to check on a girl who wasn't at work.
No, they went. There was a guy there that had reported he's seen a UFO, and they came in there to ask about him.
See, this
They wanted to
this
talk
is
to him.
this is another beef with this one.
The Canadian CIA going in there, going, "Oh, I saw a UFO. Eh, you okay? Let's look up for
Got
you."
any fucking PTSD from that, eh, buddy?
If it's the Men in Black, and they know you've seen a UFO and they want you to keep it silent, why are they going in public into your work? Why don't they go to your house? Like that doesn't make sense to me. Like, hey, is so and so here? No. Okay.
You know-
and then they leave. Like, what the?
It's pretty Canadian though to like threaten people and not do anything about it, and like to intimidate them, they make a fucking coin disappear. You know, like that'll fucking get them.
Hey,
You let that fucking guy know.
hey, you don't know what you're talking about, eh? You don't say anything to nobody, okay? Please, don't do it.
Please.
Just don't. Don't make us come back, okay? Okay.
And they're like,
I'm glad-
okay. They tell their story and then they just never come back.
Glad we settled this. Okay, have a good
There's-
day.
Make you
The
like
best-
this coin disappeared, eh?
There's one guy that reports. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if it's Hopkins or not, but one guy reports that they actually sent him fucking mail.
The Men in Black sent a mail.
I mean, you know, you can imagine like the fucking season's greetings. Forget what you saw. You know, like fuck. Oh, it's fucking great.
You didn't see anything. Have a Merry Christmas. The best to you and yours.
Yeah, yeah,
Best to
what you
and your
thought you saw,
family.
you
And
did
if
not
you still
see.
want to have a
Happy
family
holidays.
by Christmas time, don't say anything.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of internet reports and like internet stories of kind of like the same type of scenario, but you only ever see it on security cam from a hotel.
Well, it looks like footage from the fucking Blues Brothers.
Yeah, like it doesn't really grab me. Like, hey, I'm fully on board that there may be a shadow government organization that knows about UFOs and they deal with them. And yes, maybe this Men in Black stories are just disinformation on their part to be like, no, it's so bogus that everyone's like, oh, that's fucking bogus. But really, they're like, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, but is that really that shocking to people that there's a government agency that's on top of that shit? Like that just makes sense to me.
No, well, there's government agencies that investigate UFOs, not necessarily that they're not going to your door and trying to shut you up about them.
Yeah, but fucking go ahead, say all you fucking want.
But yeah,
Like,
exactly.
what'd you
That's my
fucking
other
do?
thing. It's like,
Like,
why would you go
fucking-
and be like, don't fucking say anything? Because then they're going to be like, oi, this guy told me not to say anything.
Yeah, it must be like, oh yeah, it must be real. They would never say anything. Like if it was
No.
a real secret government organization trying to keep under wraps, they would discredit anyone who's seen anything by some
But
Fucking
disinformation.
kill him.
But
Kill
see,
him
this makes
or-
so much sense, though, because only a Canadian agency would be so dumb to be sending people letters and telling people, hey, just don't talk about it, eh?
Please don't talk
Fucking
about it.
please.
We will send you a very strongly worded letter.
Stern.
Stern.
Fuck.
Well,
You will-
I mean,
you will
I
feel
think it
very
makes
bad.
sense.
Here's a
Makes
Tim's
sense
card. Thank you.
That would buy my silence. Yeah. Sweet. I think it makes more sense to be, or at least present a threatening appearance and more make threats and things like that to actually kill someone. Because I mean, if you kill someone, there's a lot more paperwork to that. There's a lot more paper trail, death certificates, cause of death, stuff that you have to actually back up. And I mean, you can try to make it look like an accident, but if they've already made these claims and people know about them and they die, it's just a lot more. It lends a little bit of truth to what they were saying. Like, oh, they were said something, and somebody's going to go back over it.
Well, and I guess
Instead, you could just make these. You could send these crazy weirdos to their house, and then people would be like, "Well, you're, that person. You're making claims that these bald lipstick wearing weirdos came to my house. That sounds a lot more crazy."
yeah.
Okay, on the lipstick part. Okay, let's say that they're not humans. Maybe these, because there's a lot of claims that the Men in Black are actually alien or extraterrestrials.
Right.
Why, if you're trying to, I can't get this. If you're an alien and you're observing Earth, and then someone sees your craft, you now somehow, for some reason, go down to Earth in this costume, put on red lipstick, go to someone's house, make a coin disappear to try and make them think that you never see anything.
It's risky.
It's just like, it just, I don't know if it just doesn't pull me. It doesn't pull me that way. But hey, maybe aliens have a different way of thinking, different logic, and that they're like, oh yeah, this is very secretive. Like we can do this.
Yeah, well, maybe they're just really fucking terrified of making shit disappear.
They can
Man,
they can traverse the vast distance of space or like blend dimensions to get here or however, but they can't really do a great disguise to come to your door.
No, fuck no.
like we wasted the budget on all the letters.
Yeah,
Fucking
we have to
Canada
go in
Post,
person.
fucking
Canada Post.
They kinged us good. Yeah, okay, but here's the only other. Here's one that I forgot I had read earlier, and I didn't think much of it. But now that we're talking about them being Canadian, one of the encounters happened to fucking Dan Aykroyd, who's Canadian.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Dan Aykroyd had the alleged encounter, where he was at a UFO convention or something like that. And he noticed like two guys dressed in black on the street corner looking at him. And then when he kind of got onto him, he looked back and they were gone.
What year was this?
But this was in 2002.
Oh, fuck.
And he had sold a series to Sci-Fi called Out There.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
That when he was going to break serious ground on UFOs, crop circles, and conspiracy. Essentially a TV version of alien theorists theorizing.
Right.
And on a break for an interview about the show is when he went out and he saw the car and he saw the men in black standing outside and they were looking at him and he was uncomfortable and he looked away and looked back and the car was gone. 2 hours after the car disappeared, Dan was given news from the producers that they were told not to continue taping the show and it was canceled and none of it would ever air.
That's pretty crazy, actually.
Like a series that he'd sold, and he's like, I guess he's a pretty like prominent guy, like in the UFO, like he really is into this kind of stuff.
Yeah, he's like a full-on ufologist,
Yeah. So it's like, it's weird that would happen to him, and like, I don't think he's a Canadian. I don't think he would lie about having a show and it would be canceled. So
yeah, like
I wonder if he got a letter though.
Yeah, he could.
Fucking chainmail.
It just
That's
like
enough
still
for
for that like say there's an organization that can control what you put out onto the media. Is them just like showing up and disappearing in their way of like a little bit of intimidation? Like they could have just done that without showing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but maybe they weren't intimidating him. Maybe there's a story behind this that we don't know. Like maybe one of the producers was who they were targeting.
Maybe.
Right? Because maybe they wouldn't want to really have any contact with him because they know what a prominent, like, what a, conspiracy theorist he is. So they're like, hey, don't talk to Dan Aykroyd. We're going to go after the producers and stuff.
Well, it's smart. They know he's a Ghostbuster. They don't want nothing to fucking do with him.
He's legit.
Yeah, like they don't want proton packs. No thanks.
Cross streams.
So that one was, I thought was interesting. And now that it's turning into a very Canadian conspiracy.
Well, like there's obviously stuff there, and that's why it's such a prominent conspiracy, because there is some stuff that pulls you. But for me, like, I fully believe in a UFO phenomenon. Are we being visited? Maybe. I hope so. I want to find out. Is it government craft? Very possible. Some technology not released. But for like, I don't know, the Men in Black, the Majestic 12. Maybe they have it, and all this is disinformation to make people like us be like, it's just so like obviously fake that it must be fake. But at the same time, maybe that's just disinformation to keep us off the trail.
What I have no doubt that there's maybe some of these ones there's government agents or something maybe tapping them or following them, but I don't know if it's really the Men in Black on how everyone thinks it is though.
Yeah, I see that too. Like, holy fuck!
Ugh.
Oh. Sorry, man. Sorry.
Gross.
Ugh.
Had a calf there.
Threw up there.
No, I just coughed.
I just lost my train of thought when he did that because it was so violent.
Fucking
and disgusting.
ruined everything again.
Sorry.
Mystic Conspiracy 2.
So I'm bummed that we're not like, I was all excited to talk about Edgar and Agent J and K and fuck.
Yeah, it turns out
I really wanted to fucking quote, we're not hosting an intergalactic kegger. I wanted to quote that so bad.
You just did.
I know.
Do it again?
We're not hosting an intergalactic kegger.
That's good. That's pretty good Zed. You got a good
right?
Zed going
Thank you.
on.
That's good.
Rip Torn.
Who's
One of my favorite actors.
Ripcord? Yeah.
That's funny.
Man-
I would take the Men in Black to be, yeah, I agree with Brandon that there's some sort of government involvement that probably about like 80%, like 70% are actual probably guys from government, CIA, NSA, stuff like that, that went to actually investigate claims because I'm pretty sure the government has to investigate these things. I mean, it was 1960s and 70s is when you see most of these reports. It's the height of the Cold War. I mean, they're trying to investigate all this stuff. I mean, especially in Canada. I mean, NORAD and all that stuff. I mean, you have to investigate all these things. It could be Russian planes, could be Russian missiles and test firing, whatever. So you would have to send somebody up there and then either, I mean, why wouldn't they just tell people like, hey, we're going to kill you, but they're not really going to kill them.
No, we're gonna make you disappear.
They just wanted to keep them quiet for a couple of years.
It's gonna make a coin disappear.
Yeah.
Wearing red lipstick.
I don't know.
That's part of their training. They learned sleight of hand. Like that's part of the,
They're warlocks.
that's
Come
part
on.
of the
Yeah, they're
special
fucking
government
warlocks.
training.
Yeah, so they can do
We can
whatever
do
they
way
want.
worse than that. But hey, when you guys were reading up on this, did anybody else like keep getting linked to the fucking Mothman? Because I went
No.
down
I
the
got some-
fucking rabbit hole, man.
With the Mothman.
Have you ever heard of the Mothman?
Oh yeah, we
before?
heard.
Yeah,
We've talked about doing a case file on the
Oh, it's
Mothman.
fucked. It's fucked. I'm not gonna sleep tonight just because I read about that shit.
Yeah, the Mothman.
What's the connection with the
Mothman's
MIB and the Mothman?
I don't know why it kept linking me to it, but it did. So I would search Men in Black, and I'd listen to a few Men in Black podcasts, and they kept talking about Mothman, but I couldn't find the fucking correlation.
right.
It's pissing me off.
I think there are reports of like Men in Black in with Mothman
And like that Pleasant Point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there were people going around like don't talk about this and you know I don't know.
It's fucking crazy.
Okay,
Kinda crazy.
This is a weird one. I have like, you know how you have memories from when you were like a little kid, and it'll just be like a short, brief, like maybe 20 seconds of like a really vivid memory.
Yep.
So I have one that I distinctively remember. When I was living in Peachland. It was Halloween, and we'd just come in. So Scotty would have been like just born or coming up to 1.
You say 0.
I almost
He
said
was.
Point 5.
He was. Well, Mr. Conspiracy was born negative somehow, so
yeah.
it's been taking a while to get up there.
Let me tell
Up
you,
there.
Mr. Conspiracy was born really early, so that explains a lot. So, but anyways, we'd come in, and then there was a side. We lived on this like one road that had it was really steep down. Ryan, you've been to that house. It had that really steep road.
What,
Yeah.
part- what road is this?
It's called Smith Way.
For all our
What's it
listeners,
off of?
all our listeners in Peachland,
Yeah,
town
Smith
of
Way.
2,000 people.
Now, I remember going to the window. I was probably 4 or 5, and I went to the window that looks down that road. And I was watching because it was late, too late for me to be out anymore, but there was still some older trick-or-treaters going down the road. And I remember watching them come up, and then I remember seeing something land on the light post at the bottom of that fucking hill that was humongous.
Fucking
Huge.
Mothman.
And I remember running to my mom and being like, come look. And then when I went back, it was gone. But every time I've ever seen the Mothman thing, that memory always pops to the forefront of my mind. And I think, oh, weird. I wonder if that's what I saw. I wonder if it was the Mothman.
Or an owl.
Yeah, I was 5. So
Yeah,
big fucking owl.
I like a great horned owl would have looked fucking huge to you.
Are you-
They still
are you
look
talking about-
huge.
Yeah, they
Are you
got like a
talking about
fucking
Owlman?
8-foot wingspan.
Owl, man.
Yeah.
Could be Owlman.
Watchman.
There's Owlman.
Night owl.
Right. Yeah, the Mothman's weird. That's a good one. We should do a full podcast of the Mothman.
Yeah, because there's so much more in that, like the Mothman prophecies
There's so much
and shit
weird
like that.
stuff around that one.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
good
lot of shit.
Well,
in
like,
there.
did you see? I don't. Obviously, we're not getting into it, but like, there's all those fucking conspiracies about he's been spotted at all like the like huge disasters. Like he was spotted at
Yeah.
9/11.
Yep.
He's been spotted at fucking
The
Chernobyl.
Mothman.
Yeah, man. It's
He's like
fucking
the-
cool.
He's like the harbinger of death.
Chernobyl.
Yeah. Yeah,
Chernobyl,
yeah,
wow.
he was seen at Chernobyl, man.
That's crazy.
That's
Right?
crazy.
Right?
put that on
He's
that
probably
one.
that's probably
All
where he
right.
got turned into fucking Mothman. Was at
Hey,
Chernobyl.
people have been asking for the Mothman
Let's give him some Mothman.
multiple
You want
times.
some of
so-
that fucking Mothman up in your mouth? We'll give it to you.
I didn't even know what to say to that. Anyways, any more thoughts on the
Yeah,
Majestic 12 or the MIB?
I was going to touch on the fact that like Dan was saying, like if I were to come out right now and go to the newspaper and shit and be like, I fucking saw a UFO, it crashed, I got some of the fucking metal in my pocket, I'm gonna hold it in my pocket forever. And I went to the news and shit with that.
And here's my address. Fucking
yeah, you know what I mean? But I think some sort of government agency would come to investigate.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
You don't think so? Like
Yeah,
the
The government
you get-
agency
you
is
get
not
people
reading
like- that's
fucking
what-
Castnet, bud. They don't care.
You need to make some serious news.
I mean, that's basically what Mulder and Scully were from the X-Files. They were like
Yeah.
the Men in Black.
Yeah,
Like
but
they get all the weird reports.
maybe in
and the FBI has
1947.
to investigate it,
Not
and
ni-
like they have to go send somebody.
No,
you know.
maybe back in fucking 1947, but not now. People are gonna be like, no, there's so many fuckheads out here
Hear what I say. What I say to
snorting
that.
fentanyl and
We have
dropping acid.
we have this podcast and we talk about all this shit. And if there was really that tethered AI that we talk about, like listening to everything, and we're saying something that they don't want us to say about UFOs, aliens, and all these conspiracies, I feel like we would have got something by now. If that was like, if they're really so hardly investigating these type of fucking claims, like us talking about it, other than our weird interference online, that's pretty much all we get. But the podcast
Well,
still goes
I don't
live.
think they care about the theorizing, but if it's like if we had actually seen something,
or
you
we
know,
had proof.
with the or we had like evidence, physical evidence of something weird, maybe somebody would show up eventually.
Yeah,
or-
no, like, yeah. If you said you had actually a piece of something, maybe.
I don't know how many fucking
How many people have tried that though,
exactly
right?
like
So many fucking hoaxers probably like, oh, I got a piece of alien craft, and then it happened like 2 or 3 times. They're like, no, you don't. I mean,
not a fucking chance.
now if you do,
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. It would have to correlate with a fucking sighting or something, right?
like
Because
a mass sighting or something. Yeah.
if the conspiracy goes that they know there's aliens, if you're just some bullshitter and you're like, oh, fucking one crashed by my house, they'd be like, nah, didn't we know where they are? But if you had one that was kind of like, if you were like, I saw a UFO and something fell off it. It didn't crash, something fell off it, and I have it. I don't know what it is, but it fell from the sky after I saw this fucking thing. I think then you might.
Fucking do it.
Get a
I
visit.
bet you $1,000 nothing's gonna happen.
Well, here's the thing.
But you have to be so convincing. You couldn't just fucking hoax it. I don't think you'd have to actually witness.
Okay,
something.
I think there'd have to be collaboration. There'd have to be like a bunch of people saw it,
yeah,
or
like a
at least
like
3 or
mass,
4.
yeah, mass
Yeah.
sighting.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Then, if there's ever one in Fort St. John, which does happen quite a bit on the Alaskan Highway, maybe I'll try. I'll see what I can do. Nah, I won't do that because I'm too high up in the Secret Service.
You're
up
the
north
fucking
of-
law up there, bud. You can't be doing that kind of shit.
No, I'm Man in Black up here. I'm the Man in Black in Fort St. John.
Yeah, this is why he's pumping so much disinformation into this podcast, is because he's fucking
You're
works
an
for
agent
him.
of
He
disinformation.
fucking works for him.
Yeah.
He's Agent
That's
B
why you
for
keep
real.
fucking up the podcast. I see what's
Yeah.
going on here.
Trying to tank it.
We won't even get to remember this podcast after we do. it.
Gonna neuralize us.
What are,
dick.
what are we talking about?
What
I don't
happened?
know.
Where am I?
What you think you heard, you did not hear. But yeah, so no, that's all I got on the MIB. Really, that's all I could really think of.
Well, in other news, I'm completely getting rid of my fucking smartphone. I'm just gone. I'm going back to a flip phone.
Going back?
Oh, but I watched Black
Yeah.
Mirror and it just fucked me up.
I haven't watched
Oh,
Black Mirror.
dude,
I haven't watched
I watched
Black
that
Mirror
same
yet.
one.
I'm
It was fun.
fucking done. I just don't want it. I don't want Facebook. I don't want anything. I'm gonna start sending fucking smoke signals because I'm so
Go
done.
back to Morse code.
Yeah.
It made me sick
Messenger
to my
pigeons.
stomach, man.
Oh,
It made
me
sick to
too,
my
man.
stomach.
Like I've never felt so uncomfortable and entertained in my life.
I
Well,
haven't watched it. Give a quick summary without spoiling.
No, I'm not going to. You have to watch it.
No, you gotta watch it.
I can't give you
What's it about?
It's gonna make you feel super entertained and super uncomfortable. It's like watching
It's
good porn.
It's exactly where the world's going towards.
Yeah, and it's horrible, dude. It's fucking
It's horrifying.
Is it a documentary or is it-
I've heard of
It's a
Black Mirror.
series of like
It's a TV show,
short
right?
episodes, but they're not really correlated with each other.
It's
Like,
on Netflix. Yeah,
It's gonna
fuck.
fuck
Oh,
your
it's on
mind up.
Netflix. Oh, okay, that's probably good. I didn't know where it was. I heard about it, but I
No,
haven't watched
seriously,
it
you're gonna like. I did not use my phone that until after it was done. I was like, nah, I'm done.
No, I like threw mine aside. I don't want to fucking look at this thing.
No, I'm a fucking loser. I hate this.
You know what though? You know what? I'd give you 5 stars.
Oh, bud. Thanks. Giving everybody around here 5 stars.
I give you 5-star. All you guys getting 5 stars from me.
Fucking right.
I don't know what this means, but
I don't think any of us would have highest star ranking.
Oh no,
We'd all be
would
the dusters.
We'd be all 1.8s, fucking walking around town like lepers.
Fucking right.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
You
about.
gotta watch
I
it.
don't know what's happening.
When you guys watch it, it's season 2 episode, the only episode
No,
on
that's
Netflix.
that's season 3
How
that
many
you watched.
episodes of the season?
8 Renner?
So-
That fucked me up too. That's season 3.
No, that's season 2.
No, that's season 3. You got to go back to watch season 2. Season 2 only has 1 episode.
Yeah,
and it's with
that
John
Smart
Hamm.
Cell.
No, it's the John Hamm one. It's the Christmas one.
Oh, that's right. No,
Yeah.
season 3, the first episode. You're right.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Okay, well, we haven't watched it, so we'll.
You gotta
we'll
watch it.
one of our listeners told me to watch it, and I did, and it's good. It's good. Watch
so
it.
good,
It's fucked up.
but so bad at the same time.
Yeah.
Makes you
oh,
feel like
man.
a fucking piece of shit.
What other news do we got? Oh, I'd like to give a shout out to this guy on Twitter. What's his name? Ryan Evans.
Oh, just spam. He just fucking bombed us.
Yeah, for using a computer for the first time ever.
He did.
Well, that's
Awesome.
what it seemed like. Then he sent us like 40 messages
Oh, yeah,
all in a row.
He didn't know what private message was. Yeah. Still champion though. Thanks.
Good on you though.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Okay, it's something I didn't do last week that I said I was going to do is Zell's Prolapser of the Week.
Fucking right.
For the first time, we have Lindsay Lucas. She has bought a T-shirt, and she went on a road trip across the states. I'm not sure from where to where, but she stopped in Roswell and Area 51. And she took some pictures with
the
our
T-shirt on?
our T-shirt on.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's fucking unreal.
How do I see these?
Epic.
It's on Facebook.
She should be prolapser of the
Facebook.
month.
If you don't have us on Facebook, add us on Facebook. Alien Theorists.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
yeah, it's pretty sweet. So
Man, she's just got a. You're just. You know what? You're a huge rosebud.
a huge rosebud.
Huge pink
That's like
sock.
the sled?
Extra large.
Like this.
Oh.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah.
Blue knot. I like better.
So
Did you say blue knot?
Yeah, blue knot. That's way better.
Oh, gross.
What do you mean gross? That's
that's
way
cool.
better than fucking. What's the alternatives? Chocolate starfish, whatever the fuck.
Pink sock.
The pink stock is
Oh,
prolapse beehole.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
anyways, talk about
gonna
all this
eat lunch.
talking about this prolapse beeholes. Hold on to your butts because we got T-shirt contest winner number 2 coming at you.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Did you guys pick a winner?
We picked a
Yeah,
winner.
It better be what I think it is.
Okay, this guy, Abel, I think Jimenez. That's what I'm going with the pronunciation.
Jimenez.
Jimenez.
Which one was that?
Jimenez.
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 No, J is like an H. Jimenez.
Abel Jimenez.
There you
Jimenez.
go.
Jimenez.
It's like
whatever.
Jesus.
You know who you are.
Fucking white people.
I've been emailing him quite a bit. He is the winner with this El Nasty T-shirt.
So fucking
Oh,
rad.
The
it's
maple
fucking-
leaf and a fucking El Nasty like kind of walking, established 2015. It's cool.
fucking sleek. It's
I'm
good.
getting a tarp. I need one. It's fucking
I'm getting
sharp.
one of those too. It's
Yeah.
fucking dope.
You know what? There wasn't that many entries actually.
There was some good ones though. I will say the quality of this round was better than
Quality was
of the
better,
first
but
round.
quantity was about the same. I'd
There was
say.
another really good one too, wasn't there?
There was a couple
There
good
was
ones.
one another like a runner up that was really
Our
good.
original OG prolapser at Cobra_law sent us a couple good ones.
Oh, that's a fucking unreal Twitter handle. Cobra Law?
I think it's Cobra.
Cobra la 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 la. G.I. Joe's, buddy.
Oh yeah, I didn't put that together.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I don't know if that, but he also says Jason Voorhees sometimes, and he has a picture of Jason Voorhees. Anyways,
Oh, I Cobra
yeah, we
Law's
had
better.
we probably had you know what, we probably should have marked them all down who submitted what, but that was the winner. Abel Jimenez, you're champion.
As soon as we saw it, it was like I had the old 72 Maple Leaf, the ATT and Ron Pond on the back
oh yeah,
as the winner
yeah, that-
until the El Nasty one came, and I was like, with the brown, I was like, oh man, that looks sharp.
It's just a good looking tarp.
yeah, it's a good shirt. Even if you're not from Canada, you're gonna want to buy one of these Maple Leaf shirts because they're fucking cool.
Andrew, someone would message whenever someone mentions t-shirts on Twitter, they always hashtag sharp tarps.
Fuck yeah, good.
The website that will never go live.
I own it.
Yeah,
I
but
own
it
the
will never
website.
go live because you'll never do it.
Maybe one day. I got
You
some
never
time
know.
now. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll start
exactly.
working on it now.
It's my fault. I have no time.
We did have a new 5-star review on iTunes.
We had two. We have two. I didn't read the one. I didn't read the one last week.
Oh, didn't? Okay.
I forgot.
So then,
we got too drunk last week. The demon voice came. We got all fucking frazzled, and then we forgot.
Terrifying.
okay, well, I'll read both. I thought you guys would have hit this one, so I'll do the first one. Awesome 316.
Oh, that's his name?
Oh, that's the title of the review.
Fucking listeners are awesome. That's wicked.
Yeah, that's awesome. He knows we're wrestling fans.
Oh,
OG
okay.
Prolapser. I wonder if this is Cobra Law.
It's Cobra Law. It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
I legit love this podcast. It's fun. I've never met any of the ATT guys, but listening to their podcast feels like I'm listening to a bunch of my friends. Great stories, great topics, and highly entertaining. If you like weird or creepy stories, this is the podcast for you. If you like controversial topics, conspiracy theories, this is also the podcast for you. Do you like fun? This is the podcast for you. If you don't know what #prolapsers is, you soon will.
God.
This is the only podcast in the galaxy that is 100% Ron Pond approved. That is a big deal, so get on it.
Awesome review. But what I gotta say is Ron Pond is angry because you called him Rond Pond. With
Yeah,
a
I
D.
did see that. Ron Pond.
Ron Pond. So I don't know if Ron Pond forgives.
It's
I know he doesn't
it's a
forget.
hard name with our Canadian accents.
But
Ron.
true.
He's like, I left you a review, and then he emailed us after, like, I fucked up. I put a D, and like, Ron Pond's not forgiving you.
No, you can't. Ron Pond doesn't forgive.
Hey, still a great, awesome review from OG Prolapser. He's been around since the start, so.
Fuck yeah.
Ron Pond is always
Nice.
sorry, not sorry. Next one. I'm down with ATT. Canada
Yeah.
Mandy. I love this pod. So happy I found it. I love that they discuss cases I've heard with a new spin and the ones I wasn't aware of, but want to research now. And I love hearing them come up with theories as the pod goes on and their genuine excitement when they have a great idea. When there isn't a new episode, I go back and re-listen to older ones to see if there was anything I missed the first time. Well, thanks, Canada Mandy.
Canada Mandy.
You are a fucking MIB. You're reading those things. It sounds like you're running out of batteries. You're
I was
fucking
gonna
busted.
say, it sounds like you're one of those like Google Maps voices now.
Yeah, it just doesn't sound normal.
I put on a weird voice every time I read them.
Well, we make fun of you every time, so keep going.
I gotta, because people love when we do impressions, so I should start doing them in wacky voices. I'm trying to think of what
Who said
impressions
that?
I can do.
Who says we like to do impressions?
All you got is fucking Christopher Walken. What
No, I
else
got
you
I got a good Owen Wilson. You want to hear it?
Yeah,
Sure.
let's go.
Hey, ready? Quiet. Wow. That's it.
Oh, that was great.
But,
Fucking
That was unreal.
wait, I might have a little bit more. You ready?
yeah.
It's like
Oh no.
I don't
That's
know.
You lost me there.
I don't know about the second
Stick
one.
to the wow. That was
Just a wow?
great. Yeah,
Wow.
that's fucking great.
That's right.
Like-
I'm working on some new ones for the pod. It's one word at a time, though. So I got an Owen Wilson now.
like we got Ned Plimpton from Life Aquatic with Steve CC.
Fuck
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
I can
That
do
was a
him
great
too. You ready?
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow, it's too good.
You guys ever seen Wedding Crashers?
No, never.
Well, I can do the guy that one of the guys in that. You want to hear?
Sure.
Wow. So
Well, you really got him nailed down.
I want you to do the next pod all in your own Wilson
I was
voice.
gonna laugh at that one. That was so funny.
the next pod all in my Owen Wilson voice.
Yeah,
So you don't want me to talk much, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
exactly.
I just wanted to chime in with a quick wow.
Oh wow.
All accents next pod.
Oh,
All
God.
Pick one.
accents?
Yeah,
All right, we'll have
Ryan's got to go specie.
No one's gonna get that, I don't think.
Full species. Did we ever release that one on the other one?
I don't think so.
Oh, God.
I think
that was-
I think I deleted the old pod because it was
Did
shit.
you? Yeah, it was.
It was garbage.
There was a couple people who listened.
You know what? If you combined all those 10 episodes we did into 20 minutes, you had some gold.
Yeah, it was funny.
But for the rest of it was terrible.
It was a bunch of fucking drunk dudes.
It was drunk dudes talking about nothing.
Yeah.
You know what? I think it would be better if we did one like that now that we have listeners who kind of know what we're like. So when we're talking, we're just talking about stuff that people don't know. That's
pretty much what we do right now.
We just did that like 2 podcasts ago, though, when we all we all got fucking dicked and we had a great time.
Yeah, we do that now, but we incorporate conspiracy and other topics.
Yeah, it was, man, I'm going to make a fake Facebook account so I can start, because I kind of took a peek on Facebook the other day, and man, Facebook is getting lots more movement on there than Twitter.
You know what? If you're listening and you want to contact us, Facebook is better because it's easier to manage, like who's saying what.
Yeah, it is.
Twitter, like all the feeds get lost unless you're using hashtag prolapsers, we'll find it. But if you're not, it gets lost in the news feed after a day or two. So
yeah,
if you're on Twitter and on Facebook, join Facebook. If you're on Facebook and on Twitter, join Twitter, and
vice versa. And fucking rate us on iTunes. It doesn't take that long.
Okay, rate us on iTunes. But there's a conspiracy brewing here, because I probably had half a dozen people on Facebook and email say, "Hey, I left a review, but it never showed up." So I don't know if you're swearing in the reviews. Maybe it doesn't work. So if you're swearing like we're swearing on this show all the time in a review, it may not come through. So tone it down a little bit and try again, because for some reason they're not coming through. At least on our feeds, and maybe in different countries, different stuff comes up. But
that's fucking strange.
Yeah. Try just saying we're awesome, then fucking awesome. I mean, you could drop the fucking. We'll know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we'll insert the fucking awesome after you put just awesome. So.
Oh, that fucking sucks. So we could probably have like 8,000 reviews and know what we wouldn't know.
Yeah, like they never come through. I don't know why.
Man, 600. We just hit 600 on Twitter too the other day, which was dope.
Yeah, pretty
600 hard-earned followers.
Yeah, and again, I will say that's 600 followers I'm proud of, because we don't chase follows. We don't go, hey, follow us. We're gonna follow you. Follow us. Like, that's all organic people who have just found us and wanted to follow us.
Yeah. So if each of those 600 people tell 3 or 4 people,
yeah,
you're gonna get a better podcast.
Yeah, it's true. Well, you know what?
Well,
now that we've been in a period of transition for a couple months now, but I think things are about to get pretty steady. I would hope.
I built a studio. I had to work a whole bunch of hours as a carpenter to pay for it, but now that is over, and now I'm pretty much in here mixing music and recording stuff most of the time. So
yeah, so I'd like to do a bunch more. Well, what do you guys want to do? Should we end this one? Do some after hours?
Yeah, I think we should. We're over an hour here. So
yeah.
All right. So
take a break.
So yeah, congratulations to Abel Jimenez.
God damn it!
You're goddamn champion. Thank you for the
shirt.
Shirt.
How many old T-shirts do we have left to sell first?
We honestly have, I think, 1 or 2 men's large, 1 medium, 1 small, 1 extra large, and then like a couple of each of the girls' sizes, small, medium, large. So like we're down to the bare bones here.
Really? So they've been selling?
Yeah, I've been shipping them out like probably.
Wow.
Well, a lot at the start, and the last few weeks has been like only a couple of weeks or something. But there's not very many left. So whoever got a shirt, cool, awesome.
Now we're not going to make the new shirts till all those shirts are gone, right?
Well, some of them might not all sell, so we'll make them in due time. It's less than 6 months.
Yeah, faster than the last rounds.
Well, yeah, like you fucked the last one up, so
yeah, I did.
Now I can just go down the street 5 minutes and get them made. So
are we going to get these new ones made in that brown though?
I think so.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, we'll talk about the color, but I think the brown was nice.
I think the brown was nice too. I definitely want the brown.
So let's post the design. We'll post it.
No, don't post it. We're not going to post it until we can post it in a shirt like we did the last one.
Until we get one. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for this week, and we're going to go into some after hours here. So as always, keep those eyes on the skies.
Right on.